Thank you. Dear Mr. Lange, dear Mr. Schmidt, dear participants. It is an honor for me to welcome you in the European Parliament in such an important decision-making place in Europe. Holding the third European Motorcyclist Forum is one of the key three institutions in charge of designing Europe's transport system, just 2 months before the European citizens decide about the future of Europe, is a strong message and an important milestone for FIMA in its constant work to rightly and fairly integrate motorcycling into transport policies. For this, Mr. Lange, on behalf of the European motorcyclists, thank you. It is also a great pleasure for me, as FIMA President, to welcome you, every time more numerous, to this forum. This platform for discussion set up by the European Commission, which has proven to be an effective tool to gather motorcycling stakeholders, increase the understanding of motorcycling specificities, and enhance dialogue between European motorcyclists and road authorities on major issues for the future of this mode of transport. For this, Mr. Schmidt, thank you and the rest of the Commission staff for your support to this forum. Today and tomorrow's discussions will be about intelligent transport systems and their impact for and on motorcycling. 1.5 days of discussions that will bring stakeholders to exchange on many different aspects, all related in one way or another to ITS deployment. It's a huge debate indeed, with inputs from many different backgrounds, with different views and understanding. This promises some passionate exchanges, we know it, but we believe it is a necessary step, as this is all about motorcycling, hence about passion and emotions. It is also a necessary step for the European Commission, Member States, road authorities, and other transport stakeholders, as a lot is currently being discussed on ITS at all levels, with the launch of Horizons 2020, but before that, the adoption of the ITS directive, the action plan, or else the CARS 2020 initiative, to mention only European activities. And thank you, Mrs. Marolda, for providing us with an overview of this initiative, which will set our discussions in the right political context. I guess, Mrs. Marolda, that you will be explaining how transport efficiency and freedom of movement are essential components for a European competitive market. Today, transporting people, goods, and information in the most efficient way is seen by many critical for Europe to remain competitive globally. And to this end, the deployment of new technologies is therefore becoming a critical element in all mobility, safety, and greening debates. From a citizen's perspective, we recognize that new technologies have the potential to provide more freedom by reducing congestion time, for instance, or to improve the standard of living by improving the environment. Indeed, powered two-wheelers users, motorcyclists to put it simple, are regular market consumers. They use new technology to improve their riding experience and or to increase their safety already. But motorcyclists are vulnerable road users are also impacted by ITS deployment. Assistive and cooperative systems are expected to have a significant impact on our day-to-day riding experience. Which impact we do not know. And this is a critical problem. We know from the already commercialized ITS that, for instance, handling and maneuvering the vehicle, scanning and reading traffic, anticipating hazards will be impacted. We know that it will require some skill adaptation and specific training. What impact, what training, we do not know. Most PTW functions will require heavy research work addressing the ergonomics of the human-machine interface, which must be specific and carefully designed to prevent overconfidence from the rider, as well as any endangering action, to mention only these examples. We will learn more about this tomorrow, but what is certain is that without proper impact assessment, And without full understanding of the riding activity, it is highly unlikely that users will accept intelligent transport systems, hence impacting industry investment and more broadly, the sector's commitment towards Europe objective. It was therefore urgent to properly address this debate with the sector's components to ensure proper understanding of motorcycling specificities. Investing in fundamental research will be a prerequisite to support PTW's integrations with ITS, deployment policies, and tomorrow's transport systems.